Tutors of Life podcast, episode 76. 77. My hair is frizzy. And this is Shaun.
And this is Sam.
How are we?
I'm exhausted.
Are you tired?
I am.
I thought about having tea.
Dare tea?
I thought about having tea.
I had some while you were at the gym.
Oh, okay. Well, fuck me.
It felt so good, and now I am slowly crashing.
Wow. Yeah, that would have been really good for me, too.
Why don't you just go make us a couple?
Well, because we're podcasting now.
I have definitely walked downstairs to get coffee before.
Little Hamo is CP pants.
Oh, she's already asleep.
She's CP.
Go get tea.
Where's CP? No, that's okay. I don't need it.
Okay.
It's going to be a slow one today, isn't it?
It is going to be a slow one.
No, it's not. Okay, what's new?
What is new?
Yep.
I feel like a lot, but nothing has happened all at the same time. Is that weird? Babe, guess what I found at work today?
Is it Lego related?
No.
Okay. What is it related to?
My other obsession.
Pokemon?
The other obsession.
Candles?
What is all on that wall?
Books.
There we go.
Sam's got 4 obsessions, everyone. Books.
Books.
Legos. Candles. Pokemon.
Yeah.
If only she was obsessed like that with me.
Anyways.
Okay.
No, I am. But now I'm married to you, so you're stuck with me. I don't have to try anymore. That's a lie. Don't listen to that piece of advice.
Yeah.
You always have to keep trying.
Yeah.
Anyways, Ben Shapiro wrote a book.
Oh, fuck. Tell me more. I want to know more.
I honestly forgot what the title is, but I saw it.
Ben Shapiro's Gangster.
I saw it yesterday, right?
Is that the book name? I Am Gangster.
No. I saw it yesterday, and I was just like, huh. Interesting. And then...
Is it a New York Times bestseller?
I don't know. And then Riley saw it today.
Is it called Porn?
It is this one.
Oh. What's that one? That one?
Porn Generation.
By Ben Shapiro.
Looks like it. He wrote a lot of books.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. All right, which one is the second one?
So, The Authoritarian Moment.
Okay.
How the left weaponized Americans' institutions against dissent. So Riley saw it today, and she was just like, oh my God, why didn't you set this aside for me? And I was like, shit, I know she likes Ben Shapiro because she has the Daily Wire mug.
Dropping the ball, babe.
I know. And then I was like, shit, I should get that for myself and Shaun. So it's in my stack.
Well, did you get her one too?
Yeah.
Oh, so there's 2 of them.
There's like, I think there's like 2 more.
I need to read more.
I know.
I get so tired at night.
I was honestly thinking about that, how I am going to just, like, I need to just start bringing my book everywhere. Like, you know how we bring our phones everywhere? Just have my book everywhere. Which means I need a bigger purse again.
Doesn't sound very minimalist to me. I bring my backpack everywhere.
I know, so do I.
Then what do you need? What?
I don't mean I don't bring my backpack everywhere. But, like, I don't know. I need something that I can, like, have my book on me at all times. So, like, if I'm in the house, instead of just playing on my phone, I should just have my book on me.
Yeah, you gonna carry your purse around in the house? Because you do that all the time now.
Well, because it's just sitting in my backpack.
Your book sits in your backpack?
No, my purse.
Oh, why don't you just put your book in there?
But I don't... Like, I could very easily carry my purse around all day.
The house?
Yeah?
Around the house?
Yeah?
That'd be really weird. That'd be weird.
I always have my book on me until I form that habit. Just read the book instead of be on my phone.
just put the book on the counter.
Oh.
Right next to where the phones go. So when you go to grab your phone,
I grab my book.
you grab your book. We set our phones in the same spot every night. So if you put your book there, you're either going to go, I'm going to be proactive, or I'm going to be a pile. Two options.
I like it.
I know.
Okay.
Stop carrying a purse around.
I'll update you guys next week on if that changes.
All right, guys, check it out. Monday night, I was just like, fuck it. I'm going to take a nap at 7:30 p.m. Just took an hour nap.
I was not happy.
Why not, you know? I'm an adult. I can do shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, this past weekend really tired us out.
I was just getting tired, right? Like, I was just getting tired, and I was like, I am an adult. And I went and took a nap at fucking 7:30. Got up at like 8:15, 8:20, so it was like 40-minute nap. I was like, wow, that was cool. Got up, did shit for an hour, went to bed at 9:30. Because I'm an adult and I can do adult shit.
I'm so proud of you.
Thanks.
I was very jealous. I had my bowling banquet. And, yeah, I called Shaun because we always just talk whenever we're on our way home. No answer.
I was sleeping.
And I was like, oh, Shaun must be just working hard. Doesn't have his phone on him. Calls me about 5 minutes later. Guess what I was doing?
Yeah.
I was V-Jelly.
I kind of want to nap again now.
Oh, I didn't even realize my books weren't facing the right way. Hold on.
Do you kind of want to nap now?
Yeah, it's bedtime. But guess what I have to do once we're done with this?
I did a podcast. Guess what I got to do?
Nothing.
Drink tea.
You're going to drink tea even though we're going to go to bed in an hour?
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. Hey, so...
Ooh, we do have... No, you don't want to do that. Never mind.
What do you mean?
I was going to say, we do have decaffeinated coffee, but...
So I've been listening to the MFCEO project.
Explain what that is.
So, as you guys know, I listen to Andy Frisella on Real AF. Or for people that don't know new lingo, Real as fuck. And
Who would have guessed?
right, it's a podcast that I listen to a lot. So if you like me, you will probably like that 10x.
Yeah?
He's just awesome. So anyhow, I listened to his stuff. That was the #1 podcast I listened to last year. And then I've pretty much listened to it. Like, I'm always caught up on his podcasts, even though he comes out with like 4 or 5 a week. And I always wondered how people like could possibly waste that much time listening to like 4 or 5 podcasts a week. And I do it, and I'm like, I need more, right? So he has the MFCEO. He had the MFCEO project, which I believe he did from 2015 to 2019 or early 2020, right before COVID. And so...
So is that like motherfucking CEO?
Yeah, he is the motherfucking CEO.
Okay.
Yeah, that's exact MFCEO. He is the motherfucking CEO.
You always say it so fast that I don't think I ever caught on what you were saying.
Yeah. So, it's just an entrepreneurship podcast. And I've been consuming the fuck out of it.
You have been. Constant.
Here's what I'll do. I will go to work. I will put on my headphones. And I will listen to one podcast for 8 hours straight. So, like, I'll go and, I listen to Bigger Pockets, and I will listen to 8 hours straight of Bigger Pockets. Then the next day I'll listen to 8 hours straight of Andy Frisella. Except I'm always caught up on his shit, so it doesn't work. But now it does. Because of the MFCEO project.
That makes sense.
So I just put that shit in my ears, and I listen to it for 8 hours a day.
You're crazy. I can't do that. I can't.
Fucking love it.
Actually, that was negative talk. I prefer to listen to music.
Yeah, I don't. I just want to listen to podcasts. What it is yes, I am over consuming content.
Yeah, you are.
I understand that. And I understand that it would probably be better for me to just listen to a little bit and implement it 100%. Don't fear the person that has practiced 1,000 kicks once. Fear the person that's done one kick 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, I guess you could say the same thing with all the content I consume, but I really enjoy it. So
would that be
off
1,000 podcasts once instead of one podcast 1,000 times?
Yes, it would.
Slacker.
Dude, let me tell you what. If you listen to one podcast 1,000 times and it was the wrong podcast, that could really fuck you up.
That's so true. I want Mimi to come cuddle me so badly.
She's so cute.
She's so cute. She woke up. She heard her name. Hi, Buns.
Hey, honey.
Do you want to come up? Come to chill.
She's like, leave me alone.
No, she just zoomed around the house for like 5 minutes. She's soaring.
Going. Giving her. So, with the MFCEO project, there's a lot of good tidbits, right? 2 things I have taken thus far that I really want to implement.
Okay. Have you told me either of these?
Yes.
I should really start writing things down.
Number 1.
Oh, do you want me to grab a notebook?
I got it.
Okay.
Core values. Having your company have core values, right? Like, when you start a company, of course you do core values, mission statement, right? No, most people don't.
Nope. You had to for mission statement, right? To start Stable Living?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, it's kind of like I should just... What I need to do is I need to implement the same things I did with Stable Living into the home improvement company.
Yeah.
And so, core values...
So what do you mean by core values?
What do you mean?
Like, what is an example of a core value for a company?
A core value would be like determination.
Oh, okay. So, like, 3D Fitness's
Courageous.
Logo is...
3D. Determination, dedication, desire.
So something like that.
Yeah.
So it can literally just be like words.
It's literally just words. So, helpful, hardworking, perseverance.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
Weird. Cool.
Positive. Right?
Yeah.
And so I was like, yeah, you know what? I should have core values. Because the point they made was, when you go to make a decision and you're stuck between which option to choose, look at your core values, and that will guide you in the right direction.
Okay, yeah, we really need to think of what we want then for both our businesses.
The next thing he talked about, and I really, really like this, was being your authentic person.
We've talked about that before.
Being authentic.
So, I mean, one example of that is I was telling Shaun yesterday how he really wanted to cut out me freaking out at Shaun on the podcast from Monday. But that would not be authentic.
Yep.
And that's one thing, like, that could be a core value, is being authentic.
Ooh.
That's one thing.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's something that Shaun and we've talked about when we started this podcast, is we want to be very open with whoever listens to it.
About who we are.
And it didn't really actually stem from the reason I think that has pushed us to be even more authentic. The one author, that I used to enjoy until some bad negative stuff came out about them.
Yeah, lame.
Yep. But it came out that pretty much everything they said on their podcast was basically a lie.
Right.
They were telling all these people to do these things and they'd be successful, or you'd have a great marriage if you do these things, and then they got a divorce. And they had a podcast on relationships.
Yep.
And they, on the podcast, didn't mention anything about that they're having issues, nothing. So a lot of people felt really hurt by it.
Yeah, so we should be authentic.
Yeah. So that's why a lot of times, like, when we talk about stuff, especially the tutor stuff in our blogs, like, we're very open. Like, we aren't good at these things either, but this is what we're trying to do to change.
Mm-hmm.
And some of those things we stay consistent on, and some of them we don't. But we're not, I mean, we've never tried to make ourselves seem like we're perfect people that when we put our minds to something, we do it, because we don't.
Dude, I tell you, I'm pretty fucking awesome.
In Mimi's eyes.
Oh, I know. Hey, you know what? Think about this, right?
Okay, I'm listening.
This is also something I heard on the MFCEO project.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't, if I'm consuming 8 fucking hours, you can't tell me everything I'm going to talk about isn't going to relate to that.
Anyways.
He said, remember or think about it like this way, right?
Okay.
If you have a dog, your dog will love you and want to hang out with you and look up to you no matter how shitty your day was, no matter what you accomplished in that day, good or bad, right? Mm-hmm. Your dog still just wants to hang out and just loves you.
Yeah.
And so it's like, be grateful, because you can have a shitty day or something, or you can like piss someone off or someone pissed you off, but you got a dog and your dog just wants to hang. Your dog don't matter. Your dog just loves you.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Isn't that cool?
I think too, like, no matter how bad my day is, especially the days we talk on our way home. Mm-hmm. I don't know why, but it's not every day that John and I call each other on our way home, but most days, I would say. Mm-hmm. And it's just nice I feel like it's a good way to just compress and, like, finish our work days with that phone call. So then when we get home and see Hamo, she's, like, we're just so excited to see her, and we're just happy to be home.
Mm-hmm. She just snoozing. Mm-hmm. I'm going to smother the shit out of her.
Yeah, you are.
After this, and she's going to get really upset.
She was so into the smothers this morning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Truth. Cool. So, yeah. That's what I got.
I like it.
But being authentic, why it's so good, there is no cover bands in the Music Hall of Fame, right? That's what it is, Music Hall of Fame?
What else would it be?
I don't know.
Cool.
There's no cover bands in the Music Hall of Fame. Mm-hmm. Do you understand what that means?
Because they're not authentic. Why praise someone for being a copy?
Right. Yep, that's it. So that's how it'll be no matter what you try to do in life. If you blatantly copy someone, people aren't going to love you and follow you because you're just trying to be someone you're not. So if you be authentic, right, you're probably going to piss some people off, but that's okay.
Hey, question.
Answer.
Who was it New York Times Woman of the Year? Who was it last year?
Caitlyn Jenner.
It was, okay. I wasn't sure.
Do you know who it is this year?
I honestly have no clue who that person is. Do you know who that person is?
It's the transgender 4-star general. I think he's a 4-star general.
Well, they would say she.
No. He won. This is what I love. He won Woman of the Year. Mm-hmm. Equality.
Yeah.
Equity.
When did he transition? Do we know? Do we know anything about this person?
I know that he's a general. in the military, and he got promoted because he came out as transgender and wore a skirt. What the fuck? Look at that thing. Is it a 4-star general?
Hold on. Who is this? Howie Carr. Is Monica Cannon Grant still the Globe's Woman of the Year? Wait, what? Keep talking, Sean.
Dude, I'm telling you, fucking Woman of the Year right there. It's a man. It's a dude. Just like last year. Woman of the Year. Caitlyn Jenner.
Caitlyn Jenner at least, like, went through all of, like, the surgeries and stuff.
Did she?
Yeah. She, like, got everything done.
Damn.
Like, everything.
Well, guess what?
Because remember, that's when I was looking up the video of how they do that. How they switch the penis to the vagina.
Yeah,
I looked up a video of it.
Yeah, guess what?
You would not like to watch it.
She's still a dude. A dude still won Woman of the Year. At the end of the day, just remember that. 2 years in a row, man won Woman of the Year. What you looking at?
Yep, this one. Here we go.
Yeah.
She became the highest-ranking openly transgender official when the Senate confirmed her as Assistant Secretary of Health in October of 2021. Read her story.
That is a fucking dude. Look at it.
Yeah, if you took off the like girly glasses.
Look at his face.
And they had like hair. Yeah. But okay, let's not go off of looks, right? There's some
women.
There's some like people that are born female that look.
I'm gonna tell you what. I've seen women that look like him.
Yep. Okay. The fact continues.
What are you learning?
Oh, so this is hold on. Talk about the Olympic thing and testosterone levels quick. We literally just talked about it. You cannot even like.
I know. I just don't remember the level exactly. So when you transition, in order to be a man as a woman, your testosterone levels, I believe, have to be under 70.
If you're transgender, it has to be under 200. I think it's like micrograms.
Wait. It's fucking 200?
Yes!
Bro, mine is 200.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying I was so upset about. And this is when I checked 2 years ago.
Dude.
So we can also look at that up.
You need to Google that shit, dude. If it's fucking 200, no. So anyways, men who decide they want to be in women's sports, they have to have their testosterone at a certain level, and it's still like 3 times higher than a female's levels. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's micrograms. Is it micrograms? No, it's something else, I thought.
I don't know.
What you learning about this guy?
So, okay, this is a terrible article to read about it because it's trying to talk about how they believe in women equality and how they're trying to fight for women and girls who to not have like body images issues.
Okay. Are they using this dude as an example?
So they're not a general either, by the way.
It's not a general. I could have swore it was a general.
No, because she's a pediatrician. She's a trained pediatrician.
Oh, dude, I thought for some reason she was a general in the military.
She's the assistant secretary for the health department. For the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Oh, I'm way off.
Yeah, you are.
I thought he was part of the military.
No. I don't think so.
Damn. I'm way off. Are you asking if he was in the military?
I just kind of been trying to get more info on him. Oh, 4-star admiral.
4-star admiral. There we fucking go.
Is that the same thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure just a different branch, right? Like Navy or something.
She's Jewish.
Well, so is Ben Shapiro. I love Ben Shapiro.
Career. Personal life. She has 2 children. She transitioned in 2011.
She's still been climbing the ranks?
Uh-huh. Wow. So she transitioned in 2011.
A 4-star admiral.
So, I mean...
What's Rachel Levine?
Yeah.
Isn't that a singer?
Adam Levine? Or Avril Levine?
Avril.
There you go.
All right, go.
Are you going to be able to talk while I do this?
You look up testosterone?
Yes.
I am saying words. So this is part of us being authentic. Because I believe in women's equality.
But like actual women?
And
I'm sorry.
And when men win women things, I feel bad for women who are good at things. So if you look at men in sports who decide to transition and become women, that fucking loser ass douche who is the swimmer,
Oh my God.
the swimmer dude that looks like he just threw on a fucking wig and looks like the same dude who is ranked like 400th and something, right? Like 490th or something. He was ranked to shit. That fucking dude is now number 1 in women's and crushing big time. And I feel bad for all the women who have been training their whole lives to get dominated by a guy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so they changed it in 2019.
To what?
So, which I want to look up some other articles about it, actually, to be honest. But so now it is the same level as women.
70?
So they do it in, what is this? Nanomoles. Which I don't know, like, comparative of what it is in a man.
Okay, check it out. What is it called?
Yeah, nanomoles.
Nanomoles?
Nanomoles.
Nanomoles.
Yep.
Okay.
So
70 nanomoles?
5.
5 nanomoles. The fuck? Look up what a men's nanomal is.
That's what I'm gonna check. So it used to be 10 nanomoles though. So transgender women used to be able to have double the amount.
Men shit.
But yeah, it looks like they just changed it.
In 2019.
So
Nanomoles. What do you
you
got?
guys just love that clicking noise, don't you?
I love it.
Let's see here.
Okay.
For males, it's fine in the regulations as more than 10 nanomoles per liter.
Oh, it's NL. Nanomoles per liter.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the fuck that thing is. I'm just talking.
Yeah. Including the blah blah blah. Levels 1 determine transgender athletes.
If only we had stuff planned ahead of time, these podcasts would probably go somewhere.
You could actually, talk about stuff like.
Oh.
I don't know. You don't have to just wait on me, right?
I can talk about things. What do you want me to talk about?
Oh, I don't know.
What
else is going on? What else are you doing from the MFCEO project?
Not necessarily. Self-prophesizing. Dude, I have been listening to this and reading about self-prophesizing for years. And Andy was not the first guy I heard it from. Okay? Maybe it was Ed Milet. It might have been Ed Milet. Whatever. I started reading Think and Grow Rich 2 or 3 years ago. And the whole concept is if you think about something and you self-prophesize about something and you visualize said thing, you will come in possession of that. So if you have negative thoughts, negative things will happen to you. If you have positive thoughts and you think about shit strategically, you visualize you being in possession of these things you want. You visualize you being in a certain place you want. You visualize being with certain people you want to be with. through self-prophesizing and self-visualization, you will reach it.
Okay, are you ready for this?
Let's hear it.
I do want to read this article too.
Okay.
So a normal man,
Yep.
their testosterone levels are 10 to 35 nanomoles per liter.
Okay.
So that's normal man is 10 to 35. So what is it? 300 to 1,000 per deciliter.
300, say again?
300
Yep.
to 1,000 nanograms per deciliter.
Yeah.
That's what you've had it measured in.
Right. Per deciliter.
You're
I'm
normally
not
at a 150.
Huh?
Aren't you normally at 150? Naturally.
Naturally, before the past 4 years of TRT, I was at 220.
So, you previously you could have been
In female sports.
100%.
Dude, let me tell you what, guys. I would have fucking crushed. Dude, are you shitting me? You're telling me I could have been a female weightlifter? Dude, I would still get owned by some of those girls. They are beefcakes.
Dude, I don't know how accurate this
Beefcakes.
NPR episode is. But the IOC, the International Olympic Committee, is thinking of changing the guidelines for transgender and intersex athletes' eligibility.
And to what? Kill them, or what are they thinking?
To not even make them, screen their testosterone.
What?
Because they want more inclusive guidelines.
No. No. That is not where I thought you were. I thought you were going with this, that they were going to say that they could not compete, period. And you went the complete opposite.
So, the IOC is offering guidance, not rules, based on 10 principles. The first one listed is inclusion, and it says everyone, regardless of their gender identity, expression, and or sex variations, should be able to participate in sports safely and without prejudice. So it doesn't say, right, if they are
doing that. Because I don't think
they're going to be like different categories, right? If there's like men or like male, female,
Trans.
intersex, I think is what I'm going to call it. So it doesn't say if they're going to do that.
Yeah. So, but right now, trans aren't allowed in the Olympics right now.
Yeah, they are.
What?
Yeah, they are. Remember
in the Olympics?
Yeah, because remember there was the Australian weightlifter who kicked ass. But she has been transitioned for like 25, 30 years. But there was a female weightlifter that was a man.
I'm surprised he hasn't committed suicide yet. I believe, or I am wondering, where the feminists are. Dude, so I was actually thinking of this. I had a feminist for a teacher my first year in college at liberal UW Eau Claire. And the feminist teacher told me, she asked me, she called me out in class, and she asked me if I was a feminist. And I said, no. And she said, by the end of the year, you will be. And I laughed at her, and I said, good luck. And she proceeded to try to fail me out the rest of the year.
Oh my gosh, do you want to hear the sentence?
I ended up passing the class, though, and I think about her, and I'm just like, hey, fuck you. Go ahead.
So it says there should be no presumption that trans female athletes have a natural advantage over cisgender women. And those are unwelcome words to Joanne Harper. I don't know who Joanne Harper is.
She sounds super sus.
She's a transgender female and a former competitive athlete who now researches transgender sports.
I love that.
You cannot tell me if I had twice as much testosterone in my body as I do now, that I wouldn't be so much fucking stronger. You cannot tell me I wouldn't.
Bro, here's no.
Oh, do you want to hear the normal levels for testosterone in a female?
Yes, please.
0.5 to 2.4 nanomoles.
Yeah, but what is that in deciliters? Because I don't even understand what these fucking nanomal things are.
Okay, I can get that for you.
So it's still, men are, so the fucking things that are competing against women are still 2 times, if not 10 times higher with their 5 nanomals compared to 0.5 nanomals to 2.5 nanomals.
To convert nanograms to nanomals. No, not nanograms. I need...
deciliters.
Oh no, nanograms per deciliter, and we're in nanomoles per liter. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so I wouldn't care as much, right? I wouldn't. If it wasn't all these people transitioning, stealing all the female records. Like, they should be in their own bracket.
Class.
They should be.
Or they stay with where they originally were. And good luck, Chuck.
Right.
Try to compete with 200 levels of testosterone. You're going to be destroyed.
And, like, I understand, okay? Like, there are things that happen where people are born in the wrong body or whatever. But, like, don't use that to your advantage so you can just be good at a sport. And
if you were born in the wrong body, well, then maybe you aren't allowed to compete in the Olympics or sports. Maybe what you're allowed to do then is just be a little fuckboy.
Alright, so what did I say? 0.5?
Yeah.
Convert. So that'd be 14...
deciliters.
Nanograms per deciliter.
Okay, and then the highest is 2.5?
2.4. Convert. So it's 69.
69. So let's say 70. Of course it'd be 69.
Yeah.
My God. So let's say 70 compared to... So the highest level of female compared to the lowest level of man, it is still 4.2 times greater. The highest woman to the lowest male. Please, people, understand that.
Right. I mean, so obviously, if a woman's natural test is half as much as what they allow people to have in the Olympics. Obviously, if you guys think...
Well, hold on.
What?
Type in 5. That's what you're...
That's what I am. 144.
144. Bro, 144 compared to the lowest is 14.
You know the difference.
Get fucking crushed.
Yeah. I mean, you know the lowest, right? Like, you've been at...
I've been lower than the lowest man.
You could have competed as a woman.
Come at me. I could be a chick, dude.
How insane is that?
I have dreamed that I've had boobs.
Jesus. I mean, I think what saved you when your test was that low is your estrogen was also low.
I do not believe my estrogen was low at those times.
At that time?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. Maybe. Lowish? Lower?
I don't think it wasn't
low.
as high as a woman's. Or like taking estrogen.
Fuck, yo, because I have bitch titties.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I've dreamed about that. I've been scared. Dude, I literally had a dream I could lactate. Fucking weirdest thing ever.
That is very weird. Okay, sorry we were very jumpy as I was researching all that.
Here is what I have to say about it. Are you following me, Sam?
Yeah.
Because you said, don't you think I'd be stronger if I had double the amount of testosterone?
Yeah. Should we test it?
When you switched birth control,
Yes.
are you stronger and can you retain more muscle mass?
100%.
Boom. Facts, bitches.
And I know we've talked about birth control on here and on our blogs, but we'll go over it quickly. A lot of birth controls, they are full of progesterone and estrogen and some other things. Progesterone attaches to free test in your system. So women on birth control on some birth controls don't have as much free test floating around their body. So when I was on it, I had a really hard time gaining muscle. I was getting stronger, but that's just
Through training.
And I was not mentally in a good place, I would say.
I would say that.
Yeah. And I had like no motivation, nothing. And when I got off of it after about probably 8 months to a year is probably when we started really seeing changes. I was seeing more muscle definition. It was easier to lift heavier weights. I was more motivated. I was in a much better mood.
You lost like 12 pounds.
I lost a lot of weight just in water weight and actually
bloat, fat.
Yeah. But that's what estrogen does
retains water.
Yeah.
And it
so if that
pudges you.
Yeah, I didn't get my testosterone levels tested, but we can very easily see that just the slightest increase of testosterone helps.
Yeah.
And so, let's just say me getting off doubled my testosterone, right?
Uh-huh.
And it made that much of a change.
Uh-huh.
How much, think of how far I could go if I doubled it and still be in the legal limits.
Well, because there's no way, after taking hormonal birth control for years, there's no way you're even near that 69. Nowhere even near it.
No.
Naturally. Maybe you're at 30 or 40.
Yeah.
Maybe you're at 30 or 40.
Yeah.
And so, think about that. You could still double that and be within your legal limits. And then, times that by motherfucking 4. And you just start tapping into the lowest level of what a man is.
Dude, I could only imagine,
yeah,
how strong I would be, how much more motivation.
Bro.
Oh.
Then times that to daddy's level.
Yeah. Or
20x. 20 fucking X.
To just a normal man, like a normal 20-year-old man, 20 to 30-year-old.
Yeah.
What is it? Usually they're at 800-900.
They're supposed to be 700 to 900.
That's just insane. Also,
but,
no offense to any, if you want to transition, we don't care. Go for gold.
100%.
It's just finding the rights part of it. Women have only had voting rights for
since 1964, I think, wasn't it?
I thought it was just the 100th year, 50th year.
Was it?
But not a long time. So we've been fighting to be seen as equals to men, and now people born men transitioning to women or saying they're women are taking back pretty much everything.
Yep.
Everything that women have fought for.
Isn't that crazy?
Dude,
right?
There was a track star somewhere. She would have broken the world record for the race or the state record or whatever. But there was
because she still broke the record.
She still broke the record, getting second place.
Yep.
First place
was a man.
Dude,
I fucking love it. Mm-hmm. I love it. Hey, here's what I gotta say about it. If you want to transition, go for gold. I don't care. Just read the suicide rate and be prepared. Yeah. Don't have a gun in your house. It's 40%.
Yeah.
It's 40. You transition, genius. There's a 40% chance you're gonna kill yourself. That's fucking high.
And this is not even towards transgender people. Everyone should go to therapy, is what we've been learning.
Oh yeah, dude.
Everyone has
needs
issues.
A therapist. Everybody needs a therapist.
Oh my gosh. If you want to help people with issues, become a therapist, please.
Oh, dude, also,
everyone really needs them.
Check it out. If you're willing to become a therapist, do you know how much money you start out making?
At least in Eau Claire. Eau Claire is very short on therapists.
Eau Claire. If you want to get your doctorate and be a therapist in Eau Claire, you start out at $240,000 a year.
Do you think it's still that?
It's gotta be up.
I don't know.
It's gotta be up.
But
240 G's a year.
It is
starting.
So hard to get into a therapist in Eau Claire.
Oh fuck, dude! Yes.
Because Shaun, has lots of not anymore.
Yep.
We used to have to deal with that all the time with stable living, and it was hard.
Well, that's a psychiatrist, keep in mind. A psychiatrist.
Oh, yeah.
Psychiatrist. So you can prescribe the drugs that help people become more fucked up.
Yeah.
That's what I've also noticed.
Oh, yeah, we talked about that too.
These psychiatrists, I am not kidding you. They're like, hey, try this pill. Try this pill. Why don't you try this one?
Or
try this one.
My mom says, literally all of their residents will go on the like exact same med at the exact same time, and then the next month like the doctor's just like, why are you having them take this one, like this does this and this to them, try this one, and then they all switch to that one. And it's honestly, she said it doesn't even seem like any of them are working. Like, they're just getting paid to put people on these pills.
That is 100% what it is. Pharmaceutical companies come in, they go, hey, if you guys sell these products, you get this amount of kickback. Oh, same thing as vaccines, you dumb motherfuckers. And so then here we are. Everybody, all these doctors, psychiatrists, are pushing medications because they get a kickback from the pharmaceutical companies for recommending them, whether they work or not.
Yeah.
So, look, dude, literally, to just solidify this, watch a documentary on the opioid crisis. And if you don't fucking see it there and don't think that happens at every level, you are not smart enough to be a civilian, and you should die. That's what I have. Authenticity. That's what I got for you.
Shaun, honestly, this is what, why can't I think of his name now? MFCEO.
Oh, Andy?
Andy Frisella.
What a gangster.
This is honestly what he says is like, he gets upset and angry about these things because he cares. He cares about people in the world. He cares about, like, people just having good, normal lives. But right now, like, we can't do that because, I mean, we have all these politicians and rich people paying everyone to just do what they want and what they think, and it's just very frustrating for people who really care and actually want to help people in life.
Well, there's so many things that if you take a step back and look at it and actually like dive deep and utilize brain power, okay? Why in high school do they not teach you taxes? Okay, let's start there.
Yeah, why don't they?
Why would they not? If you have to file your taxes every single year, why would we not be taught that in high school? Right? Like that would be the simplest thing to start out with.
You know what else I think is really interesting? So like in the UK, like they have like their government has accountants and just they send you a bill for your taxes, right? But it's accurate. Like, it's an actual, like, good, accurate tax bill.
Yeah.
But why here, so let's say they make a mistake or something, they'll pay you back or whatever.
Yeah.
Here, you have to hire someone to figure out your taxes for you, or you can do it for free on whatever these things. But if you do it wrong, like, if you pay too much, they're not going to give you that back.
Or if
you don't pay enough, they're going to come after you for it.
Yeah. And it's like you knew the whole time. You knew the whole time. Why didn't you just send me a bill?
Right.
And so
that's another thing that could be.
Yeah, one thing. I think a lot. I do a lot of critical thinking.
Yes, he does.
Like to the point where I struggle to function with normal shit because I'm just sitting there thinking. I think all day.
Oh yeah, he does.
I'll be listening to a podcast. And then I just start thinking and thinking and thinking. Anyways, I do way too much thinking. But how come in high school we are not taught more useful life tasks? Why are we not taught how to like find a career we want to do? Or why aren't we like figuring out what career we want to do and try out a career before you go right to college? There's so many practical life skills we are not being taught in school that would help us so much going into the workforce.
Like literally leaving and going to college, like my freshman year, because my freshman year I didn't live in Eau Claire, I went to Madison. And being like away from my family, I realized like I don't know anything about life. Like
Dude,
nothing. And
investing, personal finance. Do you know anything about that shit? Mechanics. How many people? Well, I shouldn't say that. Cars have gotten so difficult in the past 15
but still,
years.
Just learning how to change a tire.
That should be a fucking class.
That should, like, literally how to jump a car.
It should be like a certificate. How to jump a car, how to change a tire.
100% how to change your oil, or maybe not change your oil, but how do you put oil in your car, right?
That's a good idea. Check oil. How do you check your fluids, bro?
Yeah.
Dude, that shit is useful.
How to fill up your tire properly with air.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's actually dangerous.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, those things would be useful. I did take a personal finance class in high school. We had to.
Yeah.
Do you want to know what we learned in it?
Yes, I would love to know. Balancing a checkbook.
Balancing a checkbook.
Yep.
How to write a check.
Yep.
I think how to look at a bank statement.
Okay.
What debt was.
Okay.
The different, interest rate. Because there's APR and APY.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's good stuff to learn.
I don't remember any of it, but, whatever. I think we did learn, too, something about buying a house.
Wow. That's in depth.
I mean, it was a whole semester.
Good. Yeah.
It was every single day.
I don't even remember. All I remember is learning about a checkbook. That's about all I remember.
Yeah.
But, learning about investing, learning about passive income.
Mm-hmm. None of that. I didn't learn any of that.
House hacking. Bills. Let's learn about fucking paying bills. Let's learn about keeping our expenses low.
How to switch over electricity and water?
Dude, I was just thinking that, but I didn't. I was like, should I say it? Literally, how to switch over electricity and water. It's a fucking headache, dude.
Because some of the rental companies we would go through for when we lived in college, we had to get electricity switched over to our names ourselves.
Yeah.
They wouldn't do it when we signed the lease.
Oh, dude. Every closing I go to, every house I purchase, I have to switch it over myself. Speaking of that, I need to switch that over.
Cameron?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, there are so many things that I wish I would have been taught. Also, you know what one great thing is? You don't have to go to college.
Dude, you do not have to go to college. Let's just start with the fact that you don't need a college education to get a job. And second off, maybe you go just do a trade. There's nothing wrong with that.
Go do a 2-year school.
Oh my God.
Also, take a year off.
Take a couple years off. We're young.
Right. That's one thing they do in Australia. Before you can even start your first year of college, you have to take a year off. Harith in Singapore.
Mm-hmm.
You
have to join the military.
You have to join the military for 2-3 years?
2 years active duty, and then you have to serve 18 years as reserves.
Yeah. But so, everyone has to take those 2 years of active duty before they can even go to college. University. I
do love that idea. I heard that idea many, many years ago. And I love this is the only part where I am more socialist than I am capitalist. That's the word. Sure. Where I'm more socialist than capitalist is I think it would be very good for our country. Because, right?
Oh, yeah.
I love the U.S.
Aren't the rates of, people going to the military just decreasing so much?
Oh, bro, I'm sure it's dirt. But, right, I love the U.S. U.S. is a good country. It's treated me right, okay? You need to have patriotism, right? You should love your country. And so, this is what I say. Say for 2 years outside of school, so you turn 18 for the next 2 years, you have to serve your government in the military and help build that patriotism, give you some life lessons, learn some shit, and not only that, it gives you a sense of community, right? You're building a community relationship. You're learning how to go through shit with people. It's a good team builder. It teaches you how to work with people, right? That's another fucking thing they don't do in high school or in middle school, any school. You're not taught to work with the team and utilize your strengths and other people's strengths. What if you took tests as a team to help because in real life, if you don't know what the fuck you're doing, you can just grab somebody to help you out and utilize it as a team, and the team works towards a goal. Because guess what? If you've ever taken a disc analysis, or a personality test, there are different personalities. Some people are better at things than others. So maybe we do shit as teams, okay? So anyways, that's one area that I am more socialist than capitalist, because I believe patriotism and serving your country is a very positive thing, because right now we have a lot of susses and a lot of people that hate this country, especially the people leading it, right? The people leading it hate this country. So if you don't like the country, then go move somewhere else.
Or like, and like you don't even have to do like join the military, right? To have like to do something for your country.
Right.
Right? So you could I don't know, like do some sort of like community service, like and have to do it religiously for 2 years or something.
Right. So that was part of like the guy I heard mention this many years ago talked about 5 categories
that you could
serve.
Okay.
One was military, one was city, like one was state. But the whole point behind it was, the preface of it was, right, as much as we want to think people are going to all be healthy, right? You know?
Yeah.
As much as we want to think like everyone's going to be healthy, there's just people that aren't, you know? Maybe they were born with a condition. Maybe they decided to eat one too many Twinkies, you know? There are people that have physical or mental drawbacks, right? In those cases, yes, the military probably isn't right. But there was other things, right? There's community service type of things. There's like the one thing they talked about was like working for your local city. Maybe you're doing park cleanup, parks and rec cleanup. Maybe you're like helping out with doing like city surveying and things like that, right? There are a lot of things that you could do to serve the like community in the bigger picture. And that was just kind of something I really liked. I thought it'd be good.
That's really cool.
Sense of community.
Can I bring up one more controversial thing for you?
Yeah, sure.
So remember when I
Are you just trying to get me to go on rants?
Yeah. No.
I love this.
This one's a nice light one for you. So remember when I told you the other day that the Senate passed a bill to keep daylight savings time permanent?
Yes.
So I mistook what the bill meant.
Okay.
So right now, I didn't know this actually. Right now, we're in daylight savings time. Right? So I thought during the winter time, we were in daylight savings. But right now, we're in daylight savings. So now until November, we're in daylight savings time.
Okay.
So it's supposed to make it where the sun is
Up longer
in the afternoon.
All right.
Up later in the day.
Sure.
So they voted to keep the whole country on the time that we are on right now.
Forever?
Forever.
Oh.
So during the winter time, instead of, I mean, it doesn't really matter here because it's going to be, we're going to go to work in the dark, we're going to come back and work in the dark.
Just how it is.
Yeah. But so, yeah, we'll be on this time forever.
But I would be fine with that, right? Just keep me on one time.
Yeah.
Too fucking easy.
I don't care if it's daylight savings time or standard time.
No,
either
just
one.
keep us on the time. Problem solved.
Yeah.
Are they thinking of doing it?
So the Senate passed.
Oh, really?
It passed. The
So now it goes to the House?
Yep.
Okay.
So it still requires House approval and President Biden's signature to become a law.
Well, Biden won't be able to read it, but...
So, and the thing that confuses me is it says it'll begin in 2023. But so if we're on daylight savings time now...
Why not just keep it going?
Right.
Well, here's the deal, honey.
They like to waste our money.
They like to waste our money and time.
Yeah.
And they like to draw shit out. Okay. Ready for the one last controversial thing?
Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. Yep. Okay, yeah. It would be after March of 2023.
Okay.
We'll stand that. Sorry. Okay, continue.
Well, that'd be cool. Something to look forward to, hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully pass the House.
I think I'd rather be on standard time, but whatever.
I would too. Don't tell anyone. All right. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Okay. So, as we were talking earlier, critical thinking, looking at the big picture.
Yes.
You can start seeing this with pharmaceutical companies. Okay? Mm-hmm. I told you I saw shit like that when we were working with like the city and working with state-funded organizations, I was telling you some of the shit I saw, and I was just like, how are we doing this? Like, why are we allowing this and stuff like this? Why is money being wasted here? The amount of waste was disgusting.
The DHS system in Eau Claire that got completely, like the head of it got fired because they found out they were
stealing.
Yeah.
Or they
money laundering.
Money laundering. Yep, over $1 million. Just in Eau Claire, and it was proven as a fact. They fired people because of it.
Right, and that like it was like every year they were like $1 million over budget. Why didn't anyone investigate that the first year it happened? And it had been going on for, wasn't it like 5 to 10 years?
It was a good amount. A lot of people made a lot of money.
And we saw the article once, and then we never heard about it again.
So,
I'll look it up, but continue.
Through critical thinking and through looking at these things, there is corruption at the lowest level. We are talking corruption at the Eau Claire City level. $1 million. Please understand, people, that is not a lot of money. Today, they just passed another $800 million bill. Today, they just passed another $800 million bill to send funds to Ukraine. Okay? So, 800 times the thing that happened in Eau Claire, which is not that much money, right? Think of the 1 trillion dollar bills they passed, the multiple $1 trillion bills they passed in the last 3 years for the Build Back Better program, that only about 20% of it actually goes back to building shit back better. Did you know all of the like the helpers, like the helpers for like the senators and the state, whatever, all their little helper things, right? They just got a 21% wage increase. So now the helpers actually can make more than like the highest level in the Senate and House and stuff. Do you know that?
Why don't they put that money, back into the states that they're taxing?
Please don't call that. So if you look and see the level of corruption, that 21% is a pretty accurate depiction of what inflation actually is.
Oh my! So they went over budget by $3.2 million.
Okay.
This included a $1.2 million accounting error.
Yeah.
Also, funny thing about this. So there's been a couple other fraudulent cases in Eau Claire County in the. I don't know if it was in DHS or other just departments in Eau Claire County. Every one of those has been handled by the sheriff's department to investigate into it. The big DHS one, they said was going to be, I don't know who made it happen, but instead the local police took over the investigation instead of the sheriff's department. Can't tell me.
That doesn't seem safe.
Correct. And the other ones were just like simple things of an employee was writing herself checks and someone was falsifying their time card. But those were investigated by the sheriff's department. But this is local police.
Interesting. So, levels of corruption. Now, we have it here in this low level. I imagine the people that run the school systems, there's extreme levels of corruption for not teaching kids useful skills. Now, right now, there is a war going between Ukraine and Russia. Okay? Please, people, remember, 2 years ago at election time, Hunter Biden had direct ties to Ukraine. And there was emails between him and Ukraine that were uncovered in his laptop that were found. Please Google that, look it up. It was actually proven and found. In those emails, in the laptop, they found, said, make sure to leave 10% for the big man, which would be his father, if we can critically think. And so, if we look at that, now we have Stand With Ukraine. Do we not think maybe there could be corruption at that level? Now, also, multiple years ago, the U.S. signed a treaty with Russia and I think China stating that we would not fund any sort of biological or military operations in Ukraine. And now it's coming out, and they actually just had a press conference on this, and the U.S. just kept denying it, like, oh no, that's not us, that the United States has multiple biochemical labs in Ukraine, and they're funding it. And so, could that be related to said laptop and said emails to Hunter Biden? Maybe. It would kind of make sense. And so, if we critically think and we look at corruption in the lowest levels, then corruption at the highest levels, these things kind of seem weird. What do you think, Sam?
What, these corruptions are weird? Or what?
It's just like, can there be this many coincidences?
No. It's all on purpose.
Right? It
has to be, right? There's no way.
Dude, same with coronavirus. Look at how ridiculous back and forth that was for 2 years. Oh, masks don't work. They said that right away. Then masks work. Then masks don't work. Then, turns out vaccines actually don't do much for you. Natural immunity is better than vaccines. Bro, what?
Yeah, because
that's literally on the CDC. Go fucking read it. It says natural immunity is a percentage higher, better than the vaccine.
Than just having the vaccine. Because you can have natural immunity and have the vaccine, and it's slightly more than just natural immunity with no vaccine.
Yeah, which is stupid because you might as well not have gotten the vaccine and just have the natural immunity.
Yeah.
Because clearly if that thing was already higher, it'll just boost it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
What do you got?
Yeah, so this is just very interesting.
Yeah.
To be honest, this whole article. So it was in 2020 that this whole DHS thing went down. Yep. There's still no resolution.
Of course not. Why not? Drag it out.
Right. So there's, is it a DA in Eau Claire? Who is this guy? The county board chair. He believes that nothing's really going on. We shouldn't be worrying about it.
Sounds like he might have his hands in it. Go ahead, tell him the article. Where is this?
It's on Leader Telegram. It says, it seems to me clarifying issues related to DHS investigation.
Okay.
It was, this one was just recently, January 13th, 2022.
Okay.
I don't know who actually, like, if it's, I don't know who wrote it.
Interesting.
But it's actually a really good article, and it kind of makes you wonder, okay, if there's corruption in Eau Claire County, can't tell me there's not corruption in every government.
Every government.
Yep.
Hey, man, this was a fun little trek we ran down.
Yeah, sorry, guys. We went through some deep holes, some good highs. We were very authentic.
You know what? I'm trying to be true to myself.
This is how Shaun and I are on a daily basis, if you didn't know that. We talk about stuff, and then I like to know answers, so I look them up, and we discuss them more.
And I just rant.
Yeah, and that's just our lives, to be honest. Rant. It really is our lives.
It's fun, right? Like, I believe it's fun to be informed.
Yes.
So,
I learn constantly.
I do not spend my time playing video games. I don't spend my time at the bars. I don't spend my time wasting my time.
Yeah.
I like to learn. So I consume enormous amounts of content, and then Sam consumes more content, and then we share it, and it's fun.
Mm-hmm. And we have our opinions like everyone else. We're just more vocal with it because we have a podcast.
I am not saying I am right.
No, people can live their lives.
I am saying let's look at things, and I don't believe there can be this many coincidences in this short of a span.
Oh, you're talking about that. I'm still talking about being women's rights.
Women. Okay. Yeah, I'm just talking. There can't be this many coincidences in the last 3 years. It's not feasible.
So, do we think like all these things is to try and get the U.S. especially to like divide and like hate on each other? So then we go into an all-out war. We've talked about this before. Shaun and I know that.
Right now, what I believe is happening is this has been predicted so many times before. Their shit back to like 1970 where they started predicting this.
So wait, do you think 2001? Do you think 9/11 right backfired? Because that was that's what everyone says. The last time the country was actually united was in 2001. 9/11.
I believe 9/11 might have backfired. Yeah, because that was obviously staged.
Right.
So this is what I'm saying. I am saying that right now. So giving women rights, right, and then giving people of color and different ethnicity rights. Okay, those two things have happened pretty recently. Okay,
and these things are solved.
That's great, right? Like equality for race, religion, gender, color, all of it, right? It's awesome. Okay, there's literal laws about this. Now, they started putting these things. Racism's a thing. No, racism became a thing in like fucking 2008 when Obama decided to run for president. Before that, racism really wasn't a thing. But it became a thing again, right? So racism was obviously a thing like 1900s through like the 70s, right? And there's like old time racism. I understand that. There's real racists. Okay, I understand that. For the most part, everyone gets together fine. For the most part, right? Yeah. Like everybody just gets along fine. And so they started making this thing. They made up BLM. And they started these things to make an issue and situation out of something that's not there to divide us again. We were literally one. We were one. And then they're like, yeah, you know what? Fuck this. Let's divide them again. So now we're dividing again through these programs that have been implemented, right? Through the media. Now, so we start dividing us.
How long is this tangent going on for?
This is going to go for 3 more minutes. 2 more. I'll give you 1 more minute. Then they're trying to get rid of morals in society. And that is where we see, like, we talk about dressing right, getting rid of morals and standards. Mm-hmm. Dude, people wearing clothes that show their fucking tits and ass off. People wearing shirts, like guys that now wear shirts that are ridiculous. Like these stupid ass sayings, people looking like scrubs. Dude, these morals back in the 50s, the 40s, 50s were not a thing. People dressed trim and good. There was morals, there were standards. That is no longer a thing. We're getting rid of religion. Religion, I'm not saying you have to believe in God or have a religious background, but religion, dude, we're just getting rid of the religion. They did close churches during COVID. Churches were closed.
You get 10 seconds.
They're trying to kill the morals. The more we get divided, the more morals we kill through things like letting men win Women of the Year, shit like that, by saying that there's racism when there isn't racism. We're splitting the country, decreasing our morals, our moral value, getting rid of patriotism. We are no longer Americans. We are this type of American, this type of American. We hate America.
Birthing people? We're now birthing people.
We're now birthing people.
And now, is it in the state of Florida, they banned the word gay? My lesbian sister even posted it, and she's just like, even, like, if we ban this word, like, we're still going to get born.
100%.
Like, just by one state banning just the word gay is just going to draw attention to it. And now, like, everyone and their mother is going to be like...
Why do you ban a word?
Well, yeah.
How do you ban a word?
I don't know. But it's like the more, like they try and tell you, like the media tries to tell you, like the more we draw attention to it, like the more it's gonna fix. But it's gonna more be like the more people are gonna think about it. So now, like
the more prevalent it's gonna be.
Like when we like in Eau Claire's a very white place, so we don't think about race or anything while we're here. Like it's not a thing. And then when we went to Nashville, like it wasn't a thing for us.
No.
Because it's something like we don't see in Eau Claire. It's not a very racist place. And so like when we went to Nashville, it wasn't a thing for us. We did not know anything. But then once you start hearing it more, like then you're going to be like, oh my gosh, yes, there is all this racism, blah, 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 blah. But it's only because people are bringing attention to it.
It's
like,
only because it's brought to light.
Yep. And it just made me think of something. Do you remember growing up and people saying so much how much they hate feminists?
Yes. Should I say no?
No, it's good that you say that. Because feminists, right, are fighting for women's rights.
Yep.
But because they segregated themselves, then all of a sudden people are just like, I hate feminists, blah, blah, blah. So like now, right, they made Black Lives Matter. They made a society for the people to talk about their issues or try and like bring light to their issues. And guess what? Now people are just like, I hate Black Lives Matter. Like literally making these groups is not helping in any way, shape, or form.
It brings light to an issue that is... Martin Luther King. Don't judge people by the color of their skin, but by the content of their... What is it? Character. Content of their character.
Oh, yeah.
Plain and simple, if you do not think about skin color, when you are born, you are not racist. You are taught how to be racist through media and through culture. So when you are born, you don't know the difference in race, okay? You taught it. And so, just like Martin Luther King said, if we don't pay attention to skin color and we just go off the content of the character, guess what? There will not be racism. You want to know the issue?
There's still going to be like thugs and gangsters.
Martin Luther King Jr.'s grandson...
Oh, yeah.
Now says, in order for racism to go away, blacks have to get more rights. And there has to be more light upon the racism for it to go away. And I was listening to an interview with it, and the guy doing the interview was just like, well, your grandfather said this. What do you think? And it was the quote I just gave. And the guy's like, yeah, well, he gave that, and I think that worked back then, but that doesn't work now.
Why not? Why doesn't it work?
Why not?
Is it because, like, now, like, there is a population in the U.S. that doesn't hold themselves to the same standard as they used to?
I think it has a lot to do with standards, and I think it has a lot to do with morals. I think it has a lot to do with division, and all of it's done purposefully.
And a lot of, like, being brainwashed that you're oppressed.
100%.
It's like what we learned in our Native American Indian studies.
Oh my God, just ridiculous.
Okay,
anyways, we gotta get out of here. Moral of the story, be authentic. I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you like us. And if you don't, I don't care. Also, check us out on Tutors of Life. Check us out on tutorsoflife.com. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok.
Yeah.
And YouTube.
Yeah, we're here to try and make your life more enjoyable.
Also, listed a house today. Huh? Thanks, Dan Realty Group. Okay.
See ya.
Bye.